So what do you think of the new vest?
Hey.
Oh, hey, Kay. I didn't even notice you. Yeah, I didn't even notice you over here. Aqua Teen? Yeah. Have you seen Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Yeah.
Yes, it's very colorful.
Oh, awesome. I'm glad you like it. Well, you didn't say you liked it particularly. I tried it out for the first time at the sobriety checkpoint they had in Walpole on Saturday.
I read about that.
Yeah, 4 hours. It was like from 10 o'clock to 2:15. We diverted a lot of people away from it. We had people set up on the south and
So
north.
what is it that you oppose if it's to keep people from drinking and driving?
I don't think the act of setting up a suspicionless checkpoint stops people from drinking and driving. I don't know even if they actually caught anyone drunk driving. One of our friends got arrested. You know Eric? He's kind of a bigger guy. He got arrested for not providing his driver's information fast enough when he was going through the checkpoint. And he got a failure to obey charge. Fortunately, he was out within an hour, but his car got kidnapped overnight. He had to pay like $200.
See, if people know that these checkpoints are out there, they're not apt to drink and drive because they know that they'll come up to them.
Well, we try to warn people about them, and that's one of the, I think, like important things about the outreach is preventing people from getting stuck at them. Now, if someone's a danger to others on the road, I have nothing against somebody removing them from the road. But I think what they pick up a lot of at the suspicionless checkpoints is like kids with pipes, and which usually they get in Manchester. It's a lot easier to smell someone driving around smoking pot than it is to catch someone drinking and driving. The odors aren't as strong unless you're totally drunk, to which point you're emitting it out of your pores. But so you think it's, how often would you be okay with checkpoints being established? You think it's okay because it's Saturday night? It's like the Saturday night crowd can get stuck?
Because it was a holiday weekend. That's why. They don't do them all the time. They do them when there's going to be a number of people on the road partying. It's a holiday weekend.
That's true. And they have to, by law, I think, announce like 2 weeks in advance or something when they're doing them, but I don't know. I think it kind of...
They usually tell on the radio where they're going to be, so it's not like people are surprised.
Yeah, well, if they did them, if they started upping the frequency of them, would you have an issue with that? Like if every weekend they set one up in the Cheshire County area.
No, I wouldn't have an issue with it because it's still keeping people, and like I said, they advertise them on television, on the radio. So people just need to listen to the radio to know where they are.
Wow.
They say the state police are going to be conducting
Well, the funny thing,
DWI checkpoint, and they'll tell you where it is.
the funny thing about the location they chose was it was Route 12 in Walpole in front of Citgo and Family Dollar. And there's nothing really out there. Like a car would come by every 10 minutes. It wasn't exactly a high traffic area. Like I understand, well, I don't know which is worse. Is it better that they set them up in the country, or is it like worse on Main Street where they're inconveniencing so many more people? But I went through without my license on me, and I didn't show any registration. And they let me go without any warnings or tickets or anything.
No, I said will you? Oh, I need to put a quarter in.
I got some time for you. Is 30 minutes good?
Oh yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. So one of the funny things was when we went through the checkpoint, the trooper, I was driving and Ian was in the passenger seat, it was his car. And the trooper who pulled us over was Charles Newton, who was, I doubt you really follow too closely much of this stuff, but he was the main witness, or one of the main witnesses that wasn't an informant against Rich Paul from the Drug Task Force when they arrested him. He was the one primarily working with the FBI agent and the undercover guy, the heroin dealer that they used to butch Rich Paul. Rich Paul was accused of being a pot dealer. But it was like Charles Newton was the state trooper who on the stand said that he never asked the FBI to get involved. And that he knew that he was like assigned to work with this FBI guy. So it was like really weird, but Charles Newton was also a former The investigation he did with Rich was an actual police investigation. He wasn't working in an undercover capacity. But he did work in an undercover capacity, or he used to, when there was a case against our friend Bob Constantine up in Grafton. Our friend Bob in Grafton was busted for growing pot on his property. And Charles Newton was involved in that investigation, but not as an undercover. But in court, we weren't allowed to see him or photograph him. Like, we had to turn the camera against the wall when he came in. But about, like, a few months after that, if you're going in there, I can continue the story
Yeah,
later.
get my doggy treats.
Yeah, I'll continue later.